Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country. Last time, we tackled the Crab Croc Industries Incorporated and absolutely decimated the boss. A giant oil drum with a bunch of monsters. It's like a magic hat, now that I think about it. But now we're off to the final main world of the game, Chimp Caverns. Now, I'm tempted to do this part of the game a little differently because, spoiler warning, after this, we just have a single boss fight. So I'm probably going to split this world up into two parts and just have the final confrontation be in the second half, like be in tandem with the second part of this world. But enough about that, it's time for this level. I already forgot the name of it, but oh man, this level is treacherous. Now, you know how the conveyor belt level was earlier, right? You had to stay on the conveyor belt, and there was a lot of tight platforming. In this case, not only do you have to deal with the tight platforming, now you also have to deal with the stupid conveyor belt. Hold on. Now you also have to deal with the stupid conveyor belt running out of oil. And if it does, the darn conveyor belt drops and you can't use it anymore. Ah, dang it. And it's hard to say if this is bad design, if this is really frustrating. This is a really frustrating level quirk, or it's very creative but challenging, because I was never a fan of this level. I don't think getting through it is particularly difficult, but it's like, oh, things can get pretty hasty later down the road. Like here, I have to make sure to push this tire onto the belt, otherwise it can't reach that fuel tank, and that's it. I automatically lose. And there's a lot of those do and die situations in the second half, as we'll see. Oh, I forgot the end. Oh well. But yeah, there's a whole lot of do or die situations in this level, and you could easily find yourself losing a really good amount of your lives. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if you get a game over. See, like right here. Like all the fuel tanks you're getting, it's barely filling up your conveyor belt, and you only have so much time to react to refill it before the darn thing falls. You do have a good amount of time before it happens, but still. But, yeah. I love how that beaver just, like, gave up on life. But I managed to do that on my first try somehow! That's awesome. Tanked Up Trouble, that's what it was called. Anyway, let's move on to Manic Mincers. Or another cave level. It's a lot brighter than the last one, thank goodness. But, what can I say about this level? It's got the spinning wheels from before. Oh, we finally get to use Rambai again. Okay, cool, I suppose. I don't think it, unfortunately, wait. And just like that, Rambai was gone, and so is Donkey Kong. Wow, it's like Rambai literally didn't do anything to make the level easier for me whatsoever. And yep, I knew it. I sort of got a little reckless at that point. I was just like, I'm gonna try and run and gun it, but I got a little too antsy and I sort of killed myself as a result. So let's try that again. Need to time your jumps carefully with this. Now I'm pretty sure that, really? There's gotta be a better way to do that. Oh well. It's not like Rambai is absolutely necessary for this level. And I lost Diddy again. Can I get a barrel real quick before I... Okay, that works. Not the barrel I was asking for, but it'll do, I suppose. That's the one I was talking about. Yay for ducking. I was trying to see if I can make a hole, not kill them. Ooh. Whoops. That was an accident. Let's try that again. Ooh! Ah, darn it, I didn't make it that time. Okay, there was a bonus in there. Oh, goodness. 3 clap traps? Are you serious? This is kind of treacherous. I'm hoping the reward is worth it, though, because... Oh, okay, that didn't last very long at all. I didn't actually notice that. The more clap traps there are, the less damage they take before they go boom. Alright, I guess that works. Need a time when you move. Hey. Oh, another TNT thingamabob. I probably want to keep this with me. Wait, what the? You know what? Since I jumped on top of them, like the TNT didn't really do anything. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Let's try that again. Much better. I already forgot what was in that bonus level. I'm just going to ignore it. Oh yeah, the clap traps. I'm going to try and carry this with me. I feel like I'm going to need it. Never mind. I do not. Alright, this level's already kicking my butt pretty badly. I'm just not gonna worry about, like, using those barrels for anything. I'm just gonna go. So much for that. Woo. You stinking! I'm sad. Oh, I managed to do both the bonus level, like unlock it and take out the Kremlin. I feel awesome. But that's not important right now. The important thing is getting through this blasted level and calling it a night, because I'm almost done the game. Ah! Come on, where's G? I need to tell myself that the level is over. Whoa, okay, this guy's bouncing. That's not really cool. Is this a bonus? Okay, not really. Oh, okay, this is where the G's at. Okay, that's cool at least. At least I got an extra life. And I get my buddy back, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad the camera panned down so I could see the floor, thank goodness. Not sure how I was supposed to make that. Donkey Kong, the exit was right there. You could have just ran out. Instead, you decided to climb above it? What? Enough about that, let's head to Misty Mine. The name explains what the stage does. It's really misty. I don't think this really does anything for level design, though. Like, it's just misty. Like, it could mess up your vision, but not really. Like, I think it's simply a cosmetic thing. One thing you obviously need to watch out for is all the snakes. They're all over the place. I'm sure they have an actual name. I just... Whoa, wait, what was that? Ah! And from what I could tell, this level's not too hard. It was just bit of reckless platforming on my part. Which is good. I kind of need a break after all those levels beforehand. Isn't there? Oh, I was kind of hoping there was something down there. Doggone it, Donkey Kong. I'll take this rabbi token. Thank you very much. Okay, I made it that time. Yeah, these guys are everywhere. I mean, from what I could tell, that's all it's got going for it. So in hindsight, this really isn't a... Okay, now there's some enemy variety. Ow. Oh, I wanted that. Oh well. I don't think I'm gonna need it. Whoa! Okay, catch me off guard, why don't you? You just throw a bunch of claptraps now? Whoa! Whoa! No! Yes! And armadillos? Oh my gosh, this level... Okay, so that's what's going on with this level. Like, all the barrels are shooting animals all over the darn place. Woo, woo. Okay, that was... Alright, that wasn't too bad. That didn't take very long, as a matter of fact. We're at 11 minutes. You know what? I think I will finish the game in this. Why not? Okay, now this level sort of operate... It's like a combination of Stop and Go Station and the little flashlight level. It's missing the invincible Kremlings, but the barrels kind of had the same idea, on and off. Basically, what the barrels do is they keep the lights on. And apparently this level is full of claptraps that learned how to... that adapted to jumping. So the key thing is you want to hit those barrels like as fast as you can so you can at least see where you're going. And now I'm sort of... no, okay. Again, you can only... Again, as I said before, you can only just barely see where you're going. But it's much preferred that you actually, like... Alright, I gotta time this. Whoa. Okay, there's... Woo! This level's getting a little intense, cause... Ow! Speaking of intense, I'm dead. Something I neglected to point out up to this point, I kind of love the sound effect when you die. It's like a major face palm, and it really hits close to home for me, especially when I do something really silly like that causes me to die. And it's just like, oh, I goofed. I just like that kind of detail. Get out of here, Vulture. No one likes you. Ah, dang it, I died by the same claptrap. Oh boy. Thankfully the bees are easy to spot because of their eyes. Otherwise I hate this part a little more. And of course they have to throw in a freaking orangutan in here. Because we didn't have enough of them already. Stupid orangutans. Alright, let's go into the save point. I love how you say hello guys and there's only one of me. Platform perils. Oh, ironically I'm getting through this level. Oh, this guy's... Oh, this guy's impervious to all of Diddy's attacks. Okay. So, note to self, you have to have Donkey Kong for this level. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to show that off now, because Diddy is gone. So, what are those Kremlings doing? Getting ready for a circus act or something? What's going on with that? Want to be careful with those platforms, because the second you land on them, they're gonna automatically start falling. And they fall down pretty darn fast, too. Okay. I should have just ran a gun that. Like, thankfully the enemy placement isn't too bad, so at the very least I don't have to worry about that. I better switch to Diddy real quick just in case. Cause I didn't see any of those, like, Stallone-like Kremlings. Ah, damn it! I lost Diddy Kong anyways. I was just trying to keep him safe. Darn you. Stupid game. Nope. Oh, all these doggone armadillos. I should have just named it Armadillo Bridge or something. Yay, checkpoint. Ah, finally! Now we've got this part, we've got to constantly jump from platform to platform, otherwise you're just gonna fall. And that's no good. I'm pretty sure there's a secret down there, but I don't want to risk dying over and over again just to see what's down there. At the very least, I've shown every, like, Animal Buddy minigame off, and I'm pretty sure I showed off every, like, minigame type when it comes to, like, the bonus, like, rooms. Never mind. They are impervious to everything, any physical attack. I thought it was just Diddy Kong, but nope, it's Donkey Kong too. You have to throw a barrel at him. You call that some people might call that an interesting enemy design. I call it kind of unfair, especially when they're on a really tiny platform and the only way to get through is to literally knock him out. Thankfully the barrel's right next to him, so maybe I'm just being petty about it. Ah. Oh yeah, this is where, Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Stupid camera! I couldn't even see him. My hands are sweating a little. Hey. I guess I might as well talk about Donkey Kong's origins. I know it's really late in the playthrough, as a matter of fact, this is most likely the final part, but Donkey Kong, or at least his grandpa, Cranky Kong, was originally an enemy of Mario, or as he was called in Donkey Kong's debut game, Donkey Kong. It was actually Jumpman, before Mario adopted his actual Mario name, which is cool, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure what promoted a Rare to create the Donkey Kong franchise, but they did a good job at the very least, because despite what Donkey Kong Country Returns did to a number of people, I hear a lot of praise for Tropical Freeze, which I still haven't played. Anyway, we got a new boss, which is technically a boss from a previous level. We have Neki here. Instead of shooting one nut at a time every time he appears, ow, Neki shoots multiple. So, a little more dangerous, but the pattern is still relatively the same. And I'm getting my butt kicked by this stupid bird. As long as you can land on Neki's head, before, like, it shoots the other nuts, it won't get the chance to. Not saying that the nuts are hard to dodge or anything, because once you get into the rhythm of it, it's really no problem at all. Why do I keep dying to this thing after talking about how easy this thing is? But yeah, if you can take the preemptive, you won't be able to shoot the other nuts. Or maybe I'm wrong? Oh, you've got to be joking. Oh, I'm totally wrong. Okay, so you just have to dodge them all and then go for the attack. Damn it. Stupid Neki. How did you get purple anyway? I mean, you're not the same exact Neki. I think you're like that Neki's like uncle or something. But it's like, how did you get that purple color going on? So I seriously doubt being in a cave does that to a bird. Well, I guess that question's not that important because you are done like dinner. But now that we managed to do that, it's time for the Gangplank Galleon, the final part of the game. And all it is a boss with the one who took your bananas in the first place, King K. Rool. And for starters, I love this track. I absolutely love this track. I can't think of the name. It's like Galleon, like something. But I absolutely love this track of the game. Now, King K. Rool himself, like, hit the first part of the fight really isn't too bad. He's gonna throw his crown, and you just have to dodge it. And after you hit him and every time you hit him, he starts running faster back and forth. And after you shoot him a number of times, he's gonna jump to the other side of the battleship, and all these cannonballs are gonna fall down. Ow. And his pattern constantly changes up. So like, because these aren't the only two things he does, but yeah. Alright, so he's gonna run faster, and then throw his crown, and then he's gonna do it one more time, and then he's gonna do the cannonball thing. And the same idea works with the cannonball part. When you hit him, he jumps to the other side, and a bunch of cannonballs fall down. If you do manage to hit him, the cannonballs will fall from one side to the other, and then back to its starting point. So it will constantly go back and forth the more times you hit him. So like here. Ow. And then you're just gonna go back. Ow. I took the preemptive and got myself killed as a result. Not a big deal. I'm sick of talking about how easy these bosses are and getting my butt kicked by them, because like, I'm sort of jinxing myself to lose in this game. Not a fan of that. because I really enjoy this game. I really do. Now, unfortunately, this is the only Donkey Kong Country game I've played. I have never played 2 or 3. I intend to do it for my Let's Play channel at some point, but that is going to require me to play it for the first time. So that's going to be an interesting experience since I've never played the other 2 games in the franchise. I hear a lot of people talk about how good number 2 is, but I don't hear anyone talk about number 3, so all will be decided in due time. Alright, so now he's going to do the cannonball attack, and it's going to occur 3 times. And my recommendation is you roll out of the way as soon as the cannonball is about to hit you. And just like that, King K. Rool is done. Alright. I guess with that, we're finished again. I love how the credits is spelled with a K. Some really half-assed credits with what? Concept Clump Commander King K. Rool. The end. It's got a question mark? Oh. Why? Oh, that means it's not over. I love that. I love how they do that. That's really cool. Ow! You cheap bastard, you. Excuse my French. But when you see that credit sequence and it says, like, the end question mark, pretty much tells you that King K. Rool is far from done. Which is probably the reason why I think this boss sort of drags a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's the final boss. We're at the end of the game, but I feel like this boss shouldn't have taken so long. Granted, it's not like King K. Rool himself lasts much longer after that credit roll, because I think he only really has one more phase after that. But still, I feel like it could have ended, like, after hitting him too so many times after his little cannonball attack. Now I'm curious as to what King K. Rool's goal was here. Like, he stole all of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's bananas, but like, what beef does he have with Donkey Kong? As far as I can tell, he just doesn't like primates. Primates, the Pokemon. I'm sorry, I meant primates. Ow. Why did I jump? And I rolled into the cannonball. Doggone it, me! I'm sad. I'm almost out of lives. I'm definitely not going to get a game over for this. Absolutely not. I won't let myself do that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to show off the game over screen, but that's it. That's not what my goal is here. My goal is to win. And win I shall. But as I was asking, like, what does King K. Rool want to do to Donkey Kong? Again, is he just races against primates or something? Like, I never understood why. Like, he just steals their bananas because I guess alligators actually like bananas too or something? I'm pretty sure that bananas is not a dietary part of I'm sure bananas is not a part of an alligator's diet. I mean, but that's just me. What do I know? I'm not a animal expert. It's funny because I actually intended to become some sort of animal expert like as I got older, but I sort of lost interest in it as a career. But it's something I'd like to do as a hobby. It'd be a little cool, a little extra knowledge to know at the very least. Okay, now what's good about this part is the fact that I died again. Ugh. Thankfully, you don't have to go through the silly credit sequence. Like, you don't have to watch the credits. He just sort of wobbles around and then gets immediately back up, which is good. So it's like, okay, it's like he knows that we know this. That was all like a sort of ploy or whatever. So it's just like, okay, you got the joke, so let's just like get on with this. I almost lost the opportunity to hit him. So let's try that again. Ah! I keep timing that really badly. I'm gonna start cutting because this is dragging a little bit longer than I really wanted to. Alright, finally, jeez. Okay, now with this last phase, he just makes really large jumps. Like, that's... oh, ow! And after he makes his really large jumps, like, every time he goes back and forth, he makes smaller jumps. So the more times he goes back and forth, the smaller the jump. So the smaller the time, the smaller the space you have to avoid his attack. But with that, King K. Rool is defeated, and Donkey Kong Country is finished. And we got our bananas back too. Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who would have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have been that bunch of no good criminals? You made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. If I had been playing, I had found everything. Yeah, this is where he sort of trash talks you. And this is basically the encouragement to go back through the previous levels and try and find every secret. Which is something you can do even after you beat the game, so that's cool. I've got our cast of characters, the bad guys. The naughties. Well, okay, while this is playing in the background, I think it's about time I talked about my opinions of this game. I think it's an absolutely excellent platformer. It's one of the best games on the Super Nintendo, in my opinion. My only, like, quirk is the enemy design, or at least the enemy placement in a lot of the levels, because, like, I'm not a fan of the idea that... I also love how, like, these guys are bite-sized. Kill yourself. I love how all the water enemies are going through the house, even though there's no water. But as I was saying, the enemy placement can be really frustrating because, like, you've got all this open space and you think you're fine, so you try to go a little faster than normal, but then, like, an enemy will just pop up at a moment's notice and you can't react to it fast enough, and that could cost you a lot of time, especially in my case, because I had to go back, I had to redo a whole bunch of stuff through the levels, and it was just really annoying because, like, how should I be prepared for an enemy that I can't see coming? It's just really annoying. So, like, I love the music with this game. The pre-rendered graphics are pretty nice, despite how Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong look when climbing the ropes, as I've noticed, but it's like, ugh, the heck. But otherwise, this game is really good, really solid. And I can't wait to actually experience Senior, that was his name. So, Grandpa then. But, yeah, I can't wait to experience the other games in the franchise because this holds up. This really holds up. I love this game. I've been playing it for a very long time. You couldn't tell that by me not 100%ing this game, but whatever. I could probably do it later down the road, potentially for a live stream or something. Is it my turn yet? Funky Kong. Candy Kong. Surely it's me next. And then we've got Diddy and Donkey Kong. I love this little thing they got going here. They sort of get some goofy antics as they end. Now the weird thing is that they don't play like an actual proper credit sequence like in most games do, where they like show the name of the developers and stuff. They just show like the cast of the characters that are in the game, both good and bad. So it's just like okay, it's a very random design. It's a very random choice for the credit sequence, but it's like, you know what, whatever. I did this using one life, and I took less than an hour. See, I hate this guy. Oh no, never mind, it does do it. I probably should have waited until now to talk about my opinion of this game. But C. Stamper, C. Tiltson, Norton, C. Melis, Bayless, some weird names, but whatever. I thought this was done by Japanese people, not Americans. And Crook. D-Wise. What is with these days? Beanland? Whatever. I'm thinking ahead of myself, but yeah, that was talk, but I can't get enough of this game. I absolutely recommend this game to those getting into the platformer genre. It's a great starting point. It might kick your butt a couple times, considering how the enemies are placed all in some of the worst spots ever. But it's still a solid game, and ranking up the lives isn't terribly hard. Playing with all the animal buddies is great. And the platforming can be very interesting, depending on, like, the levels themselves. And yeah, that's really all I can say about this. And this is actually one of Rare's best titles, because sadly, after the 64 era, Rare sort of craps the bed. But yeah, that's it. I think it's about. I think I'm done ranting for the time being. So, with my next Let's Play, it's going to be another platform game. A very, very beautifully remastered game made by Vicarious Visions. I think you know where I'm going with this. So until then, I got a juice.